I should take my hair down. Oh, we let the hair breathe. That's the one thing I feel like it's a pet peeve of mine, but I think it's just me and how I think. But I'm like, I would feel like if you get your hair done, why is it always in a bonnet? No one gets to enjoy it. You don't even get to enjoy it. Anyways, how's it going? Happy Saturday. I probably should have stayed in that lane that I was in. Yeah. Happy Saturday. We're on live in the car. I should have put my mic on, but nonetheless, I know. Before anyone gets at me, I know. Yesterday I didn't go live, but I have valid reasons. Your girl was exhausted. I didn't even end up shooting with my friend because one, he ended up having to he was booked up. He ended up having a meeting after his shoot at the studio. And then I also was feeling like really run down for some reason. And I know y'all hear the nose, and I realized it's because I was going ham on dairy for like the Valentine's Day festivities and all of that stuff. Hold on, y'all. I'm gonna look at the comments in a second. Let me just get on the road. Every time, oh my gosh, you're wild, Nico. Get gone. Anyways, that was wild. It's crazy how people are. But anyways, what is going on? What have you been up to? I just left a client who was incredible. My glasses are filthy. I left a makeup client just now, and she was really sweet, really amazing woman who has a nonprofit that helps bring awareness as well as provide services for those who are migrating and who are in Massachusetts. As you guys know, there's a ton of people that are coming from different countries looking for shelter, and so she helps provide mental health services, and she wants I can't do justice as far as like telling you guys about her business, but it's really beautiful to see what she's doing for people, especially those who come to this country. They have no voice, you know. I probably should blow my nose. It's funny because my nose was fine, but as soon as I go live, it was acting out. But anyways, how's it going? Who's tuned in? Are my regulars in the chat? Let me know. If you're driving, just put the number 1. If you can't, don't do it, because I'm not about to be responsible for no accidents. You heard? But I was thinking about going down to my mother's earlier, but then I was like, you know what? I'm probably going to see her this week, and so I was like, let me opt out. I just want to go home. I want to clean. I washed so many makeup brushes yesterday, and I was able to catch up with one of my friends and see how she was doing. So that was really nice. But yeah, dairy, I have to just cut it off again, like cold turkey. I need to not do it. But yeah, I was listening to this audiobook earlier, and it's really good. And I think I might incorporate it with my married women's group that I've started. So if you are a married woman and you're tuning in and you want to join the group, let me know. My email and my website, I believe, is attached on my channel. And so if you want to be a part of the group, let me know. It's absolutely free. But yeah, the book I'm listening to is really good. So I'm thinking about doing a book club with that. I know I shared with you guys about the demonic deliverance and curse book, and I want to read that one out loud. I still want to do it. I'm gonna update my schedule since now hi there, now that I have a better handle on what's going on, because I was able to go through and get a lot of the New Year's and the Valentine's Day and all of that stuff settled, client work and stuff like that. So today is going to be another admin day for me, as well as house stuff. So I finished all of the laundry. Now folding it, that's another conversation. But as far as like doing laundry and housework, I feel pretty good about it. I'm really debating whether or not I want to move the guest room to the first floor. Reason being is because my mom and Emmanuel's parents are really the only ones that stay with us, and they're getting older, and I don't think they're incapable, but I do understand that going upstairs is a lot. Like going up and downstairs is a lot, especially if they need to go to the kitchen, or you know what I mean, like they just come home or whatever the case is. I do understand that it can be a lot. Hi Erica, good morning. So I'm really trying to be mindful, and the reason, I'll tell you guys the reason why I'm kind of debating, and I'll probably show you guys what it's looking like. But the reason why I'm debating this is because the room on the first floor, it's like technically not a bedroom, because in a lot of older homes you would have a den, a living room, a dining room, or a parlor, kitchen, hallway, whatever, foyer. And so in our house, this room, I call it my parlor, like my beauty parlor, because it's definitely so girly. Like the wallpaper has pink and neutral tones. I don't know if I ever uploaded it here on YouTube, but I'll see about it. But I absolutely love it. It's so feminine in that room. Like the mirrors are like that antique type of mirror. It's very beautiful. So if I decide to make that the guest room, it'd be fine. Like even if you're a man and you stayed in that room, it's just giving boutique. Like nobody would really care too much about it. But if I did make that the guest room, it doesn't have doors. So that room has two entrances to get into the room. You could come in from the side where it's close to the bathroom and the kitchen, or you could come in through the front part where it's closer to the front door. Now, I know there are many people that like set up their own barn doors, or you know, they install you could just install a door. But I'm kind of thinking, because I don't know if I necessarily want to install doors there. Like Emmanuel and I, we've talked about it. Because we're so used to, like, the one thing about our house, there's so many ways to get to certain places. And that's one of the things. Like, if we come down the front steps, sometimes just to get to the kitchen, we go through that room versus going the other way through the hallway and to the other doorway to the kitchen. Also, the light, the amount of light that comes from that room, oh, not a lot, but I feel like it gives off enough light to be noticed, you know. But what do you guys think? Would you move your guest room to the first floor for your parents if you had the space to do that? I feel like I want to. Oh, you know what room it looks like? Just so you guys can kind of see what it looks like. In my channel, I have a wifey series that I started where I was interviewing some of the wives that I knew. And honestly, I have to get back on that because a lot of people ended up, life just got busy because it was around the holiday season. But that room that I filmed me speaking with Tiffany and Diana, that's the room where I'm thinking about making it a guest room. Hey Sky Rat. I remember you from last time. But yeah, so I'm thinking about doing that. Emmanuel's down either way. He really doesn't care what I do in the house. He's just like, as long as you vlog. He's like, as long as you vlog, I don't care. I asked him even last night because I was looking at Instagram is so funny on how it persuades you to want to do stuff, but I was looking at hair color. And I was like, Angel, would you color your hair? And I was thinking about it, but I'm like, I don't know. Part of me is like, don't do it, girl. Like, you ain't gonna really want to do that. But I was thinking about it, and the color that caught my eye was like this copper, but more towards the brown, less towards the red. And then again, the red was kind of cute too, but I was thinking about doing that. But then as I'm looking at myself, I'm like, I really like my black hair. Like, my hair is really dark. I don't know. What would you guys do? Like, could you see me with color? Like, hair color? Excuse me. When I was younger, I used to have, I had different color hair. So I've had blue hair, I've had pink hair, I've had platinum, I've had purple. I never did green. I've had highlights. So I'm not like opposed to it, but I'm also like, does that make sense? Like with what your goals are for your hair, Angel, realistically. But I'm like, it's hair, it'll grow back. I don't know. So it's like some things that I'm thinking about. But yeah, I was like scrolling, and I feel like that's how our phones get us. Like, it just starts showing us things, and it makes us feel like, oh, maybe I should consider this. Like, I haven't thought about coloring my hair since my sister had her hair colored. But I was like, my curls would look really cute, you know. Like, there's this one picture that I was just like, that is what I want. There's just one photo. But yeah, so those are kind of the things that I'm thinking about doing. That's what's been going on my end, aside from like the business portion. I have to update some of my website. I want to close off one of my clients' files. There's just a couple of items that we have to finish up. We'll sure that we can finish up this week. There's a lot of things that I'm trying to do, y'all. Your girl is trying to get it how I need to get it. Because I had a conversation with one of my friends, and I don't know who you are, who might be married, and you're believing for kids. And sometimes you might feel like you ain't got nothing going for you, but let me tell you this, you got something going for you, and you need to take into account your time. So I was at one of my friend's house, and she just kept looking at me. She was like, Angel, it must be nice, like, to just wake up and do whatever you want initially, like, you know. And I just listened to her. She was like, you know, I know you hear it where moms are telling you, like, take advantage of this time, don't rush to be don't rush to be a mom, you know, let God's timing be what it is, X, Y, and Z. But she would also tell me, like, oh yeah, it's still there. She would also tell me things like, you know, this is the season where you grind. Like, you could do more in this season versus when you have kids, because she remembers, like, when she had her first son, like, the amount of work she had to put in for her brand. And, like, she would be a mom for the first half of the day, and then after she put the child down to sleep, during the night, her and her husband would just stay up until like 3 o'clock in the morning, and then have to wake back up, you know, to do it all over again. And they built a successful brand, you know, with their sacrifice. But she was like, you don't have to toil in that way with this wisdom. And I thought about it. I was like, yo, there's a lot of times where I'm like, oh, I'm tired, so I'm just gonna go to sleep, or I don't feel like doing this, so I'm just not, or like, you know what I mean? Like, I'm comfortable. But it's like, no, you're believing to not have to work when you give birth for the first few years, so you can enjoy motherhood. Now's the time to work hard, so you're not having to work while you're pregnant or while you're, you know, giving birth, etc. So I don't know if that encouraged anyone that's on the chat. And even if you're not married or in a relationship now, girl or guy, listen, now is the time for you to really build whatever it is that you're trying to build, like, and make the mistakes without feeling like you're gonna fail or like ruin your family's life or anything like that. Like, that's real talk. So I hope that encouraged you. I am about to get ready to tune out, like jump off, because I want to listen back to my ebook, but I want to show face here, because when I get home, I'm not sure if I'll have time to go live again. I most likely will, but just in the case that I'm not, I want to make sure I showed up for this live, because as I said, I'm trying to go live every day, and I have seen fruit in going live every day, just so y'all know. And if somebody's on here that, you know, you want to start doing influencing, go live. Just go live. I'm telling you. Yeah, you might